Well, like I said in the intro, look at me. Am I beautiful?
On the inside.
Wow.
Burn.
No, don't worry. On the inside and out. Both.
Ooh. Hello, yes people, and welcome to yet another episode of the Yesticles, where we, Claire
And Akumu.
say yes to doing, being, or learning something new and documenting our journeys.
And we invite accomplished experts to educate us, and then we take on the challenge to entertain you, our wonderful listeners. And then we come back to our experts to tell us about their journey of saying yes, and they get to rate our efforts.
Akumu, look at me.
What's new?
Look at me.
Yes? Okay, I'm looking at you. Wow. I don't do that often. We don't really face each other in the studio, listeners. And when really is the last time you looked at your co-host, your partner, your spouse, your best friend?
Exactly. And what do you see? How long do you think I spent putting this face on? Which products do you think I used? Do you think I'm beautiful?
I think you took 9 months in your mother's womb to make that face. That's all I know.
Well, because I've got baby fresh skin.
If you say so.
We all
Yeah.
know that I don't. So that's yeah.
Yeah, you went deep too fast. You're beautiful inside and out. And you know what Jim Carrey said? People say you're beautiful on the inside.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to not tell you other things, but you're outside.
So I'm beautiful inside and out. Thank you. But today we're focusing on that outer beauty and how we take care of it, accentuate it, and sometimes maybe mask it. Because this episode, am saying yes to
Doing makeup! As we said, we're expanding the expertness of our episodes by having multiple experts in this season. We are not the experts, remember? We're just the guinea pigs who inspire you to say yes. So let's see who are the stars of this episode.
For this episode, we had 2 experts. So during my practical, hands-on, and makeup-on session, I worked with Sharon Achieng, aka Makeup by Sharon Kenya on Instagram, a certified MUA. If you're in the know, you'll know what that means. It means makeup artist. Booyah. Sharon works out of a thriving beauty studio in central Nairobi, but also works with clients wherever they are, making them up and over for a day or a night, whether it's a show, a photo, or film shoot, or just a night on the town. She's even willing to travel to far-flung destinations to make you look and feel like the most picture-perfect version of yourself. We'll hear more from Sharon very shortly.
And in the studio, we have Savina Mercy, aka She Is Art on Instagram.
With
Double
2 T's.
T. Yeah. We need to talk about that name. I've always been curious about it. Anyway, Savina is a makeup artist. She's now a fitness and nutrition influencer. And she has actually done our makeup for the best of our videos on YouTube. So if you see us looking amazing, that is all her work.
Yeah, it's all her work. It's not the 9 months in our mother's womb.
Yeah, it's nothing about our faces.
Nothing natural.
So Savina, tell us about what magic you do in your own words.
So I'm a makeup artist. What I do, I just enhance people's beauties. I enhance your face according to your liking. Yeah, basically that is what I do. I just make you look prettier. Yeah.
I like that. According to your liking. Like the person who you're making up, their opinion of themselves is the most important, right? Before we get into the nitty-gritty, Savina, can you tell us what it means to be a makeup artist? Maybe even separating out those 2 terms, makeup, artist. Do you consider yourself an artist? Is it makeup as in I made it up out of my imagination? What do those terms mean to you?
Makeup artist. So makeup artistry is all about creativity. Yeah, at times you make it up out of your imagination, because let's say you go to a client's house, they want you to create something like eyeshadow look or lipstick look. So you have to come up with something that will suit their look. Someone can just say subtle or dramatic. So you have to make it up, imagine it, and create it. So yeah, makeup artistry. You make it up and you become creative with it.
All right. Now let's take a quick break before we get into the experience. I'm very excited about this.
Before we get into the episode, just one quick thing. This is season 5, and so far we've gotten some amazing feedback from you all about previous episodes and seasons. Let's read one of them out. This one is from Auntie P Perpetuer, if I'm pronouncing that correctly, on Instagram. Most people die from lack of experimentation. This was a surprisingly great episode. When I read rap, I didn't know what to expect, but art is surely connected. Love it. Thank you, Auntie P.
Yeah, she was talking about the rap episode. That's 2 episodes before this one. If you want to share your feedback and what you're currently saying yes to, great. Reach out to us on Instagram or Twitter by dropping a comment or a DM on our page. That's at Yesticles Podcast. Now, back to the episode. To kick us off, Savina, how did you get started as a makeup artist, and what can you share with us about that journey?
I started my makeup artistry while I was in campus, I think in 2016 or 2017. So it was like a hobby. I didn't know I'd do it like a profession. Yeah, so I just watched YouTube videos, saw what they were doing. I used to practice it on my roommate at that time. Yeah, then people were just telling me like, how do you do your eyebrows? Can you do my eyebrows? Those little things. Yeah, so that is how I started it. Then the journey has been challenging because now being self-taught, you have to learn everything on your own. You have to perfect everything on your own, but it's also better being self-taught. Yeah, because you challenge yourself. You get to create different looks. You decide like what kind of makeup artist you are. If you're going to be doing studio makeup or glam, etc.
What's your specialization, if I may ask?
Mine mostly day-to-day, bridal. Yeah, I don't do like special effects and that kind of makeup. So just day-to-day makeup. Yeah.
Like podcasters and stuff.
I like that. The journey you took sounds a lot like a lot of the entrepreneurs that we've heard who are self-taught and then just started with family and friends, maybe. They got demand for what they were doing, which shows that you have a good product or service because people are demanding it. You didn't create a business and say, I'm going to make this my thing.
Okay, so Claire, how did you kick off your learning process?
Well, first, I spent about an hour finding Sharon's studio in town. Clearly, I don't go into town enough. I even climbed to the 4th floor before being told I was in the wrong building. Yeah. And I was wearing very uncomfortable shoes. So I arrived flustered and sweaty. Great look. The studio was a buzz with about 6 different nail and beauty artists. We'll discuss that later. Sharon was busy with a client and was doing the most amazing fiery orange eye look. I was mesmerized. And not only was this client stunning, she also looked absolute fire with her makeup. So first insight, makeup can have an immediate and powerful effect on your impressions of a person. So my aim with the session wasn't to finish up with a full face of makeup. Like I wasn't there to get my makeup done, but really to learn about the process. So we went through the main steps of doing like a full face of makeup, whatever look you're going for. So from the base, the primer, the spraying, I don't remember, setting spray. Yeah. That's not for hair, right? To cut creases, contour, blush, lips, brows. Oh my God, brows. Please check out our Instagram to see just how messy brows can get when you don't know what you're doing. I learned so much, mostly how bad I am with a makeup brush. Like I couldn't figure out what to do with my arm. Like how do I rest my arm? How do I guide it? Like it was just awkward. But as usual with these doing challenges, I learned how tough this skill is. Trying out a move like brushing and filling eyebrows on myself after Sharon did it, well, the difference was just laughable. You can take a listen to me here, me with Sharon, discussing the difference between contour and blush, or rather just me repeating that scary word over and over again. Thank you, social media, for making me scared of that word. So apparently, you can either blush or contour. You don't need to do both. You don't need to contour. You can do both, but you don't have to. You don't have to blush. You can just contour. But if you don't have to contour, you can just blush. Because contouring is scary. Is it scary?
No, it's not.
No? Okay, show me how.
Now pause there. Savina, what do you have to add about the lessons and what she covered in that masterclass?
Yes, you don't have to do both, first of all. And makeup is evolving. Like the way I used to do makeup in 2017 is different from how I'm doing makeup right now. Like you'd find back then you have to do foundation, highlight, contour, like finishing powder, setting spray, like all those things. But as we are evolving, makeup is also evolving. So yeah, you don't have to do everything these days.
Is it getting simpler?
Yeah, it's getting simpler actually. People are embracing the subtle looks.
But sometimes I see these subtle looks take just as much work,
Yeah.
but the aim is to make it look natural,
Yeah,
right?
the aim is to make it look natural. Also, using less products, but now taking like the same amount of time. It's because of the blending. You have to make it look perfect, natural finish. Yeah.
So subtle means more blending. It's like you're kind of putting a lot of things and hiding the edges.
Yeah,
like
and
this.
also using like less products,
I like that. Yeah,
but
it's
the same coverage. Like, so someone can use 10 products, you can use 5 products. You can look like you've used the same amount of products.
it's more about a skill than just
Yeah, it's more about like the
coating
skill.
coating on more.
Yeah.
Right?
Isn't it about the canvas as well sometimes?
Yeah, also, actually, the canvas plays, let's say, 70%.
Mm.
Because
yeah.
of skin.
Yeah,
like-
because of the skin. Makeup sits well on like clear skin mostly. Yeah. So take care of your skin first. Then
Wow.
makeup later.
All right. So
We're going to
Claire,
come back to that later.
okay, so Claire, tell us what else was in this makeup bag of yours.
Okay, so aside from the actual doing of blush, brows, lips, including liner and sticky gloss, I also got some really precious insights into the thoughts and feelings behind it. So I've got my makeup done, I was going to say many times, but no, it's many times for me, like maybe 4 times in the past year and a half by incredible makeup artists, particularly Savina here. And also a friend of mine called V in Progress at the Glam Hub, usually for very special occasions. I mean, I must really love you if I get my makeup done for your event or for Yesticles video shoots. And
You
I
love
totally,
me.
it's because I love you. No, it's because I love our listeners. And I totally get that there's a feeling you get with a full face of beautiful makeup on. You feel special. You feel that bit more confident, especially when it's done well. And that is a powerful thing to me, especially for women who so often feel less empowered or confident than they should because of systemic sexism, for example. That's maybe a topic for another day, but I see Savina agreeing. I don't think Savina would tell you that you do that every day, right? The big looks are for special days or for experimenting. But the main thing is you do it for yourself. And that's why I really like that you say you work, you as a makeup artist, you're doing something that the client wants and is looking for and is asking for. I think where the problem might come is if we use makeup to look the way other people think we should look.
Yeah.
Maybe sometimes there's a fine line. Or like myself, you were talking about the canvas being important. I'm not an ideal canvas for any makeup artist. You know, I have quite oily skin. I'm very prone to breakouts. I usually have not clear skin. That's why I do a podcast and we don't do
Not a
video. We don't do
Noted.
video all the time. So I'm also very conscious that makeup can actually make my skin worse, right? I feel great for a day, but then the day after and for the few days after, I know my skin will just erupt. But for that short time, I know that I'm going to feel like a princess.
So what do you think, Savina, about what she said, the learnings? And I'd like to hear maybe your thoughts on specifically. Do you sometimes, yes, you do makeup according to the client and what they want. Sometimes do you do differently? And also, what do you think about makeup actually changing, someone and what who they are? Like, what are your thoughts on those? And how, like, just makeup as a tool, how do you see it? Is it empowering? Can it be disempowering?
Makeup as a tool, I view it as empowering because most people after makeup, they have some type of confidence, which is a good thing. Like it boosts the confidence, which is a good thing. Then it shouldn't make you like different as per se. You're not supposed to be like different. You're just supposed to accentuate someone's features. Yeah, if you look at the person before and after the makeup, there shouldn't be like a great difference. Because now after the makeup, you will feel like that confidence is no longer there. So you'll be depending on makeup for confidence or boosting your self-esteem, etc. Yeah, so but most people, they don't like to look different. Most people don't like looking different with makeup. So that's why when you go to a client's house, you ask them and you also advise what will be good. Because someone can show you a photo. People have different features. It won't look the same on you. Like it can make you like look totally different. So if they show you what they want, you advise them like this can be better or this can be.
This reminds me of expectations versus reality.
Exactly. So what you expect, then what you get, then you're like, no, this is not what I wanted. And they've done like what you wanted, but it doesn't look the same because people are not the same. So yeah.
What does it often depend on, like skin tone or like the size of your features?
Yeah,
or-
the size of the features, because makeup is an art. So highlighting, contouring, slimming the face, doing different eyebrow shapes. So if you want hooded eyes, like eyeshadow looks, they cannot look the same on this like different faces because of different features. Yeah.
That's really important. And that's where sometimes those tutorials that you see online maybe go wrong, because
Oh my
Yeah.
you're
God.
going to try it and you won't look exactly like
Yeah,
the
because
person.
you don't have the same features.
Oh God, don't get me started on hair, which is another different thing. Me, I stopped looking at all beauty tutorials because I feel like depending on some things, you can't exactly get that effect.
Yeah.
Yeah. That person is lucky they could get it, but you will be there thinking, ambition. What? Okay, so Claire, have you started wearing makeup every day? And and what has changed for you in terms of perspective?
Well, like I said in the intro, look at me. Am I beautiful?
On the inside.
Wow.
No, don't worry. On the inside and out. Both.
Ooh. So, yes, let's be honest. This challenge was never going to turn me into a regular makeup user. I own a mascara, which I'm not sure still has any juice left in it. I haven't opened it in God knows how long. A lipstick, which is, Savina will shake her head because it's completely the wrong color for me, but it was a gift and I love it. And a blush, which I haven't used since 2021.
I think it's expired.
Does makeup expire?
Yeah. Makeup
Apparently
has a
it
shelf
does.
life, like different products expire at different rates.
What if you've never opened them? Like I have a new one I've never opened.
It'll still expire because production date and expiry date.
Okay. So let's just say I have no makeup because
Yeah.
it's definitely all expired. But so no, I've not become a regular makeup user. But the main thing for me for this challenge was appreciating the art.
Yeah.
And that's why I love that Savina's Instagram she is art. And Sharon has the word artist in her profile because art is about beauty, right? Any type of art, whatever that means to you, right? Art is very subjective. And it's also about feelings, right? It's about beauty, it's about feelings, which makeup, I realize now from where I'm sitting, has a lot to do with, right? It's all about, it's all about feelings. It's all about beauty and the feelings that beauty evokes for you on yourself or on other people. Why are we so obsessed with beauty tutorials on social media? Because we see someone creating beauty, right? And I'm not saying they weren't beautiful before, but let's say they are creating and they are accentuating their beauty, or they're creating something like special effects makeup, which is a different type of beauty, right? It's beauty in the eye of the beholder. And also, just as a side note, You're going to be proud of me. I wore fake eyelashes
Wow.
for the first time in my life.
When? For what
That
reason?
day,
Oh,
Sharon
that
put
day.
a fake. She put one fake eyelash on me, right on one side. Took a lot of prompting to do, and I looked amazing. I looked amazing.
Then why did you refuse? You remember YouTube?
Because I've never done it before. Because I'm scared.
So the time, listeners,
never-
when Savina was doing our makeup for last year's Yesticles, Claire said, "No, I don't want eyelashes."
Don't do eyelashes. No, because I.
But then
I
she's
don't,
never done eyelashes.
no.
She hadn't, clearly.
Yeah.
I didn't know she hadn't. But
no,
then.
that's why I know that she's proud of me that I wore one. So next time she
No,
does my
you see
makeup,
the difference. Like eyelashes just bring out the difference.
dudes, I looked amazing.
But I feel I'm
Like-
afraid of eyelashes because I look so good. It's the same thing. I feel like I am cheating myself tomorrow.
Tomorrow you'll just be disappointed.
Tomorrow I look at my eyes and like something is missing. That's why I do it very few times.
But also because when you put your glasses on after, with fake
Yes.
eyelashes, you can't close your eyes.
I can never
You're
wear them
stuck.
with glasses. Like, yeah, I have issues with eyelashes anyway. Yes.
But yeah, that was an experience, and I realized, okay, it's not so bad. But let's not say that I would keep them on for a whole day. It looked cool, but I could feel there was something there.
Oh.
And as a contact lens wearer, I am very sensitive about what goes on or near my eyes, so I might not risk it. But I lived that experience, so I feel like I did do makeup.
Yeah. you did makeup.
Is there something you'd pick up from that masterclass now? When you're going to an event now, is there something you do now or you can do now better?
Well, the problem is I don't own any makeup to do it with.
I forgot.
If you did.
If I did, I think so the things that I can really implement maybe would be like the lining and the filling the lips, like the techniques she had there for like making the lips look a little bit fuller. And then even just the blush. Like I used to be just a smile and tap it on girl with blush when I used to wear it. But she showed me some really nice brush movements. So that, yeah, when I need to wear makeup, I will
blush
know
and lipstick.
better what to do. Yeah.
Blush and
Nice.
liner.
Okay. Good to know. So we need some ratings before we hear them. Anything to add in terms of anyone who wants to learn this art? What advice can you give them?
What advice I usually give most people who want to learn makeup? People usually ask, how long will it take? It doesn't take the same time. Someone can learn makeup in a day. Another person can learn makeup in 6 months. So just practice. It's all about practice. Then we don't all use the same technique. So do what works for you. Yeah, so just find out what works for you and practice a lot. Yeah.
Cool.
Do you find there's a lot of criticism amongst makeup artists? Like, oh, you use that technique, or that's so 1999, or like that was too long
But
ago.
then I've realized makeup artists have very different techniques of applying makeup. Yeah, someone can be just doing a full face using foundation and powder only. Another person can be doing the highlighting and contouring. Then you'll find like, this one looks good. Like, it's just about people embracing their own techniques, because I use what works best for me. So for people going to book makeup artists, like, don't expect them to be doing the same thing other makeup artists do, because each makeup artist has their own skill. It just depends on the end product. Like, the end justifies the means. Or
How should we judge makeup artists? Me, I know I judge them by eyebrows. If my eyebrows look weird, I will never go back.
yeah, everyone. It's always about the eyebrows, because if the eyebrow shape changes, your face changes, kind of. I think most makeup artists, they usually try to give the client what they want. So don't be too harsh. Like, people try outside here, like, don't be too harsh. If you feel you look good, like, at the end of it all. But if you feel like during the process, if eyebrows are a big deal to you, after the eyebrows, look at the eyebrows. If you want them corrected, like correct it then.
Mm.
And people won't take offense.
Yeah,
Because me, I'm
but
always
then
afraid.
people don't take offense. Like if you tell someone this is not right, can you do it this way? People don't take offense. But now waiting for the whole makeup process to be finished, then you complain about everything.
Then you go to the toilet and rub things off.
Yeah, so just speak out. Yeah,
That's a really
speak
good
out.
point. Like I normally wait till right at the end for the whole thing.
Yeah,
And then if you don't like it, then well, you're
You
lumped
live
with
with
it.
it.
Yeah.
yeah, but just speak out.
That's good advice. And would you say eyebrows are one of the most important,
Yeah,
like that can change the look, your face the most?
yeah, eyebrows. Yeah, and that is what most people struggle with. So once you know eyebrows, you're good to go because the rest is just blending and mastering the process.
So you said some people can do 1 day, or some can do 6 months.
Yeah.
Can I take a bonus and take like 12 years?
Yeah, Claire can do it in a decade.
Try it 2 lifetimes.
All right. Well, this doesn't bode well for the ratings, does it?
Yeah, let's hear the ratings. So before you give the numbers, yeah, from 0 to 10, include the 0. I've included the 0. No, I'm joking.
No zeros,
Claire will do
please.
well. Claire will do well. So what could Claire have done differently in terms of just, this is like a 1-day masterclass. What else would you have suggested her to learn, like specifically?
Holding brushes. Yeah.
How? How do you hold
'Cause
brushes?
if you don't know how to hold the brush, then the application will be off. Like be comfortable with your hand. Practice with your hands how to hold brushes. And don't do it like, no, since this makeup artist is holding it like this, I have to hold it like that. No, do it how you're comfortable. Yeah, so if you learn how to hold brushes, maybe you can do the makeup in 5 years.
Nice. Okay, so out of 10, what would you give her?
Let's see. 4.5.
Okay.
She was, but yeah, you tried. For the eyebrows, the shading was okay. Yeah, cause no, it depends. You can use concealer. No, the concealer part is where she went.
Problems.
That's where the real problem started. It just didn't look right.
Okay, and we also have a rating from Sharon. Now, Sharon was the one with Claire.
So she saw this firsthand. If you had to rate me, Sharon,
Yeah.
you have to rate me out of 10. How did I do in your masterclass?
7.
7?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
And the way I messed up my eyebrows. Why
Imagine
7?
you were messed up, but you are almost there. I'll just give you 7. You tried.
Thank you.
Tried. Yeah.
And the most important thing is you made me feel beautiful. And you taught me some new things. Especially you taught me that leave the makeup to the professionals.
Amen.
Her average has gone up. Good.
4.5
Saved
and
by the
7.
Sharon.
Does that give me like a 5.5, 5.75 average?
You're almost a 6. Pretty good.
I think those 7 points she gave me were for trying, were for the effort, because she could see how much I was struggling. Like just literally like holding the brush, like where do I start on the eyebrow? Do I start here? Do I drag it here? Do I, when you're so hesitant to just start, but then at some point you've just got to get stuck in. And I guess that's how you learn anything, right? You just get stuck in.
Let's also hear some of Sharon's top tips for an aspiring makeup artist.
All right. So What are the most important things to remember about being a makeup artist?
The important thing to remember about being a makeup artist, one thing is your tools. Never forget your tools, and always be ready, prepared for everything. Don't ever
Everything?
like okay, for example, you're going to meet a client you have never met before, so you have to be prepared because you don't know even her skin texture, her color, so you have to prepare yourself for everything. Yeah. So the next thing is that the importance of makeup also, your things have to be clean. Yeah.
Thank you, both of you. Thank you, Sharon. Thank you, Savina, who's here, for your incredible expertise in this episode. I know we didn't cover enough, but thank you so much for all that you've shared.
Any last words to add about makeup?
Be comfortable in your skin. Then use makeup to accentuate your features. So, yeah.
Nice.
And have a skincare routine. If you do makeup a lot, just have a skincare routine generally.
Makeup or not.
Yeah, makeup or not.
Very important.
Now, yes, people, there are many ways that you can say yes along with us. First, you can follow us and our experts on the social. We are at Yesticles Podcast on all platforms. You can also find Savina on Instagram and TikTok as well. Everywhere else? Not really.
Not really.
Okay, so Instagram is the main one, and you'll find her at _she_is_art with a double T.
And Sharon is at makeup_by_Sharon_Kenya.
Hey, these are underscore experts.
You guys love underscores. Is that a makeup artist thing? Is that like the base, the primer, the
For you to
foundation?
become a makeup artist, you have to use underscore.
And we've never asked why double T.
I think because of the single T was taken. Let me just.
There's nothing like deep,
It's
like
not
double T.
It's not like
so much art. It needs 2 T's.
Yeah.
You should have said that.
Oh.
It sounds deeper.
Even if
next
it's a
time.
You can also go back and listen to all 4 previous seasons of the show and all the previous shows from season 5 if you haven't yet. We've got dozens of episodes and Yesticles saying yes to everything from being vegan to learning crypto to doing pole dancing, and plenty of behind the scenes and special guests. So every episode offers something a little different. Please also check out our video diaries and behind the scenes footage from our challenges and from this episode in particular on our YouTube channel, which is at Yes Girls Podcast.
And as you listen and watch, please do take time to rate and review us. It helps other Yes people discover the show and get as much out of it as you do. Do that on Spotify. That is rating us out of 5. Please do the 5. And rate us on, write a review on Apple Podcast.
And remember, you can also reach out on socials to suggest challenges you think we should say yes to doing, being, or learning, or to get involved as an expert or sponsor, or to share your own yes experiences, or just to say hi. We want to emphasize the true beauty of all the people who helped make this episode possible. Sampisha Productions and Snowball Studios for, as always, producing this episode so wonderfully.
And we would blush every day. Are you saying the noun or the verb? We would do blush or we would blush? Both, I guess.
We would blush.
We would blush every day for Pedro Brian, who composed our theme music and cards of eternal concepts for our kick-ass, beautiful logo.
And of course, we would smother in lip gloss our 2 experts, Savina and Sharon, the stickiest lip gloss possible. You ladies are beautiful with or without makeup, and we love what you do every day.
And to all of you, our dear listeners, we would bat our fake eyelashes all day long without glasses. To all of you, the Yes Gang, our listeners, our followers, our fellow Yesers, you listening and getting inspired to also say yes is what gets us up on any podcast morning or evening.
Savina, one last question for you, which we're asking all our guest experts this season. What's something you recently said yes to, apart from being a guest on the Yes Girls?
Trying to be a morning person. Waking up at 5:30 a.m. So
All the best with that.
yeah,
I have tried.
Yeah.
How's it going?
I'm currently trying. So
Define trying. Are you 4.5 trying or 7 trying?
4.5.
So what time
Yeah.
are you waking up?
The alarm starts at 5:30, so by 6:20, I'm awake.
Oh,
So-
that's a lot of snoozing.
So you need to put the alarm for 4:30.
4:30, yeah, for me to be a 5:30 morning person. Yeah, but I'm trying
Why do you want to do that?
because I want to finish. Let's say I finish my workout early, then I have more hours to do other things. Like I can be trying other things instead of sleeping till 8.
There's no problem with that.
Yeah, but no, I have less hours to do things.
Don't listen to me. Me, I'm a night owl.
Yeah. I'm waking up,
Huh?
texting her, and she's texting me back. Like, wait, you're up early? No, I've just not gone to
No.
sleep
Yeah.
yet.
Sometimes I'm texting at 5 a.m. It's not that I've woken up. It's
No,
because I haven't slept.
She's not
Oh,
slept
so
yet.
you're about
Yeah.
to sleep.
Yes. Yes.
So I get a response then, but then the next response won't be until a few hours later.
Yep.
But good luck with that. I think it's good to try. And then you'll
Yeah.
find what works for you.
If you succeed, we
Yeah.
need to talk about this. This will be a being episode on its own. Thank you, everyone. This makeup episode was a result of your suggestions, so keep them coming. This is your podcast, remember, and we want to know what you want us to say yes to doing, being, and learning.
Yep. You gave us the suggestions and then we ran and did them, except running, which Akumu is categorically against.
I am not doing that ever.
Anyway, we'll catch you in a jiffy, depending on how you define a jiffy, with a new episode or a new Yesticle. It won't be long now. It won't be too long. Don't miss us too much, even if we'll miss you. And by we, I mean me, Claire,
And me, Akumu.
and together,
We are
the
Yes Girls!
Ah, so, could you like my makeup?
Makeup.